Okay. All right, radio. Good morning, grade 10s. How are you guys? All right. Okay, we're going to get started this morning on 7/4. Some of you done this and actually did an excellent job. Congratulations. But I would like to go through the steps again with all of you. And of course, there's lessons to be learned always. All right. So in this instance, they say they've given us a figure showing the model with a front view, top view, and a left view. In third angle orthographic projection, there's a projection symbol, of course. Make a great, neat isometric drawing of this model to a scale 2:1. I already saw some of you missed that, so please pay attention. That's scale 2:1. And then all construction and auxiliary views must be shown. No hidden detail is required. Corner A must be the lowest point. So just look at corner A here, and you can see corner A is actually part of that box that we say we put our drawing in. There, we see that. On the top view, it's not touching any of the corners. All right, so just remember, you understand that corner is actually removed. It's not one of these corners. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then the next step is that we're going to try our best to find the total measurements. There's a 36, there's a 32, and then our high, there's another 36. Okay, so they actually give us all of the different measurements. All right, and then we're going to start looking at what are the different line types. Take a moment, everybody here. Almal, kyk gou vir my. And I'll zoom in if I need to. Maybe I would need to. Okay. Have a look here. We have to determine in our mind how does this object look. Okay. All we have is the lines that is given. So let's start identifying one line in the different views. If we look at this flat surface here, okay. If you wanted or needed to, you can put yourselves a 45 there. And then you will see if I bring that across and down, it meets this corner. Okay? And then there's a flat surface, which is this flat surface, and then it's this corner. Are you with me? If I look from the front, this corner is then that line, and this corner is this corner. People, you have to do it. You can't not do it. I actually think there's a mistake on this drawing. That's why some of you might have struggled. Let's look at this corner here. This corner. Because look here, there's a line there. Do you see that line? That means there's two surfaces here. Now, if I look at my top view, do I see two surfaces? No. And it's not, there is a mistake here. That actually needs to be a solid line, right? Okay, that needs to be a solid line. So just think about that. This corner is this. Then it makes sense that that surface there is that line on top, which is also that line. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. And that corner, that front and that front. This back part is that corner. This one is that. Okay. Then the flat surface on top is this surface here, which is also that surface. Sure. Okay, and then in this top view, we've got two sides. We've got a lower side, which is that surface. We've got a higher surface, that's that one. And that's why there's hidden detail. You see that hidden detail is in line with that point. That surface there, the bottom is in line with that point. That's actually an easy one to figure out. This was confusing, maybe some of you, because of the fact that that corner was. So maybe just clean your slate and draw that in dark. Okay. Good. Once you have that, we need to start. So this is our front view. That's our left view. And our top view. Okay. Now if I go to the bottom here where they've given us the starting point, the first thing you do in isometric is you're going to do your 30 degrees. Make sure your page lines up. Okay, I remind myself that this here is the front view, this here is the left view. Okay, vooraanzig, linkeraansig. The front view's width is 36. Now I have to remind myself it's scale 2:1, so you can find that on your scale ruler. If you don't have a scale ruler, that means you have to take that 36 and you have to times it by 2. Nee? So here we have 36. We also have a 12. We also have a 16. Okay, I'm just using the measurements that's given here. Okay, then the left view, it's 32 and there's an 8 there. Okay, on our height, we have a number of measurements. There's a 6, then there's an 8, then there's another 6, and another 6, and a 10. And the total height is 36. Okay? Right, now I can go and I'm going to just draw that as a construction box for me. At this moment, what I do is I rub out this line. Because already yesterday I saw some of you being confused with the line going through your drawing. So just rub out that for now. Initially when I drew it, I didn't know how high it is. And now I draw across and across. And the important corners here are these 4 and the bottom. Now we've got the glass box, and now it's just using what is given here. The heights is important. I'm going to copy them to either side, especially here. That 6 is going to be important, and then here that 8. I already know this line isn't going to go all the way to this point because look here, it's this line. So I just draw it in construction to where it's going to end up. That helps me not to be too confusing. On the left hand side, it does go through all the way, as well as this one. And then there's a height of 6, which is here in the, and that one there. Alright, this 16. This is actually a line that I can draw. It's going up here. This corner is going to be solid. That corner is going to be solid. This corner is going to be solid. On the left hand side, that 8 is here. That's going to be solid. Okay, so very quickly you can start seeing a shape here. Very quickly. Flip that. Okay, then there's an angular line which is non-isometric going from the one corner to the next. 'n nie isometriese lyn van die een hoek na die ander. Goed. Okay, then there's a line heading this way and a line heading this way. So you see what I'm doing is I'm not trying to draw here and then there and then there. I build my drawing from a certain point up. Okay? So I was able to get the front view. If you look at the front view as it is now, we have the outer shape. That's exactly what is given. We've got all the corners that's given. The same with the left view. It's just this top part now that we have to finish. And because I already have this here, I can now very easily take that 10, the 12 and the 10 and place it here. There's a 10 there and there's a 10 there, and a 12 in the middle. This goes this way, and then it goes down, How far does it go down? That depth, it's 16. Do you see that? There's 16 all the way down there. Right here. Now I look at my drawing and I ask myself, is there anything missing? What's missing? Can you see it? Yeah, there's a corner. When you have two lines, always find two lines and double check if they need three lines, because you can see here, when they are front facing, there's going to be three. There's three. There's three. There's three. There's most of the time three if they are in your face. If they are at the back, there's two. Most of the time. Okay? But you can always double check. Do I have three here? Yes. Do I have three here? Okay. That one is at the back. I can't see that line. But here is again three. Three. There's another line. Another line. Where? Wait now, man. Where do you see another line?
So where your ruler is, there is a line there by the split the two blocks. Yeah, those two.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's also a mistake. Is this... Okay. You're referring to this line here. Okay. Just ask yourself quickly. Is there a corner on this surface? When I draw a line, is it a corner or is it just a line? It's a corner. Is there a corner there? I know it's given there, but sometimes there's mistakes. Okay. That's a flat surface. Even the top view confirms it's a flat surface. The side view, there's no hidden detail here. There's nothing going in there. So, I mean, in the final exam, probably you won't have a mistake like that, but just think about it, just without drawing it, okay? Alright, then that is our isometric here on page 7.4. We're going to quickly go over to the right-hand side. Doing the same exercise now, looking at what is given. We've got top view, front view, left view. If we just look at the front view, we've got an angle there with a flat surface, which is this surface here in the top view. If I bring that across, if I did put my 45 here, I would see that that lines up with that. That there at the back lines up with that. Okay? And then, again, here's another mistake in this drawing. Okay. At the bottom, there needs to be a line. Okay. Alright, that flat surface is this surface here. That's that flat surface. Then all around here is on top here. Those two lines are these two lines. That hidden detail is that line. This flat surface is that flat surface. That flat surface is this one. This flat surface is this one. That one is that one. Okay. So remember, if this is a top view, this view is if I look in this direction. Do you see that? This front view is if I look in that direction to the top view. Does that make sense to you? Juffrou? Bye. Alright. Now we're using this and we are going to draw what is given. Again, look at the measurements. There's a 90, there's a 46, and there's a 60. Alright. There's also under there 25. I'll remember myself that. Alright. Where do we start? We start here at the given corner AA. Make sure your page is lined up again. Okay, die voorhandsig hier is 90. Die linkerhandsig hier. Waar kry ek die wyte vir die linkerhandsig? Where do I get the width here for the left hand view? Because there's no measurements. Thank you. Yes, good job. There's that 60. Wait, sir. Okay. Alright, and this is now scale 1 to 1. Did you read that? Okay, so we've got a 60 here. There's also a 15 and there's also a 30. Okay, there's also a 20 and a 20. I'm going to make another dot just to remind me those are the 20s. Then on the front view, I've got 90 in total and I have a 15. Then from this side I've got a 30 and a 30. Alright, the height here we've got a 15 and we've got a 46 in total, 10, 20, 30, 40, 46. Okay. Put everything in our glass box. There's a 20 on the front, so I'm going to draw that one in somewhere dark immediately. I know that 20 is there. That one is there. This is the center, so that we can just project up. This is actually the depth for this side, so I'll just draw a construction line. There's the top there. In the back of that, also here on top. Okay. Right, so this is a one that we can now go for. That bottom is clear. Just draw one view at a time here, just to start off. Okay. There's a depth there. That depth is this 15, so I can bring that across as a construction line. Okay, then we have that 30. There's a corner also. Here's another insert, indent. That there. That one there. Flip that. The depth was this initial 15, also 15. Is this one? Double check, yeah. So there. Do you feel like you're winning or losing? What's the sense in class? Winning or losing? Winning the battles or losing the battles? Which work do you prefer? Term 1 or term 2? Okay, there's a 30. Yeah, you're at least being challenged a little bit, ne? That's a flat part until there, and then it goes up. Okay. This distance is in total the 25 plus that 40. Let's do it here on top. There's first a 25, and then there's a 40. And it comes down. Don't be confused with this corner, because this is the top, also the top of the glass box that we've put in. This line runs back to there, that one runs back to there, that one runs back to there. See how quickly we're finished. This goes here, that one goes here. If you take a drawing like this systematically, like you don't just start drawing hastily without considering what is asked, what is given. Do you see if there's a plan that you can do an isometric? You might feel that you're not able to see that 3D initially, but if you take time, if you have a plan, you can do it. Okay, now we take our time to double check if we've done it. If I look from the right and from the front, these two surfaces, is that in the front view? There it is, plus that one at the back, and I've got a flat surface. That's what I see here. If I look from the left hand side, I've got the three surfaces at the bottom, plus that part, exactly what I see. Remember, there's a line supposed to be. And then in the top view, it all lines up. I double check my corners. I'm happy with that. And that is how you do 2 isometric drawings within under 25 minutes. Any questions? Wonderful. All right. Thank you for watching. Now it's yours.